All right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to modern women's struggles to accept women are responsible for this. Let's jump in.
Like, if that's true, then the problem's with men. They need to raise their standards.
No, the problem is that when the sexual revolution happened and everybody decided we're just gonna everybody instead of women deciding, okay, like this is my grandma's 98 and her mother taught her and her sister, look, you're gonna have the best chance for getting a husband between 18 and 24.
Yeah.
So nail down the best guy that you can in those years and lock it down.
Except for me, because I had a glow up, and it was confirmed on this podcast.
Oh my God.
Well,
Word.
well, okay.
Okay.
But in general, it was like there wasn't this idea that
Let's go back to that. She was expecting a different reaction. Look at that.
Word.
Well, okay.
Okay.
But in general,
Yeah.
And it was confirmed on this podcast.
Word.
well, okay.
Okay.
But in general, it was like there wasn't this idea that they were
She-
gonna have a bunch of hot chads that
Dealing
were
with the
never
microphone,
gonna
she's like,
marry
okay,
them,
that was not
and then
good.
they were gonna have to settle for some guy that was in their range.
fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like back in the day, you only had to choose from your local circle of guys that were in your town or your area, unless you had an arranged marriage. or
This is going to be crazy, but you know how Brian and Mrs. Wilson handle that? That's frame. You notice how they didn't laugh at all? That's frame, guys. That in itself was a test. And they passed the test. I know, it's kind of weird, right? But that's how you handle the frame. You're not simply a guy that's just smiling of, anything that you say. That's frame. That's how you handle that.
something like that. Now, what he's talking about is true. Like women who are a 4 or a 5 at the bar will,
Look, she's
some
uncomfortable.
guy who's just biding his time will take her
She
home.
cannot be
and they
still.
think
She can't.
that's the guy that they should be with, and they hold every other guy they're with to that
Yeah,
standard.
and
and it
that's
throws
the
everything
other
off.
Okay, well then
issue,
it sounds like
because-
these men should stop using mid women for sex.
Well, you would
no,
think
because
so, but
they're just giving it away. That's
but
the thing. They're just
is
giving it
women
away.
are the gatekeepers of sex, not
And it's like-
men will whoever they
Right.
can.
well, then the men should stop whoever they want to.
Nice to say, but that's
a
not going to
small
happen.
proportion of men
Right.
compared
It's
to
all
the
the
behavior.
women. It's all
compared
the
to the
women.
behavior
But-
of a large swath
Okay,
of
but if
women.
this small group of attractive men stops fucking mid women, it's not.
Why would they
do that,
want
though?
to, though?
Why would they?
Men are supposed to be the leaders, these great leaders who are going to lead us into this beautiful patriarchal
and so
utopia, and
from-
yet they're fucking 5s and 6s and
there's
living
not
an
a
inflated senses
patriarchal
of self.
utopia, but let's think about this for a second. Let's be objective and serious about it. If you're a dude who's one of these top 1% and every woman you come across is spreading her legs and begging for it, are you not going to, on a slow day go for it? That's the way of
No.
the world. Genghis Khan, everybody.
I don't know,
Does
men
anybody
should be-
remember Genghis Khan?
If this is
okay,
a problem-
so you as a woman, whether you like it or not, the responsibility is on women. We are the gatekeepers of sex.
I don't
We
see
decide
why.
It is
who
because
gets
also
I really
our
don't
only
logically
like
see
true
why.
value
Why don't you see
is
why?
our innocence and ability to.
Sex without permission is that word. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
yes.
sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, jumping off that, yeah, it takes two people to have sex. If there's a responsibility on women to stop batting out of their league, the men who are out of their league have a responsibility to turn them down.
Before
In this-
birth control, before hormonal birth control and abortion, that's what women did. We were very careful about who we let in the gate because the repercussions were really, really important and extreme, and you couldn't just go get a fetus deletus or whatever, right? So like there was a women were very serious about who they picked. Like if I interviewed my grandma on my channel about how she chose her husband, and she said, well, I thought about can he support me and a bunch of kids? Is his family nice? Does he believe in the same things as me? What church does he go to? Does he have a good reputation? Now, if you ask a girl, like these girls, right, they're like, whoever's going to plow me hardest in the back of a car is who I'm going to go for.
Damn.
This is what
I
happens.
don't think that's true. I think you have a
not what I
really
said.
pessimistic worldview.
It's not a pessimistic
It
worldview.
is.
It's
No-
completely realistic.
None of the people I know in real life think that way.
No.
So
I
y'all-
interact with
so
people
you-
in
No,
real-
so we have OF, all these things going around Instagram, TikTok, those females going crazy, and these things do not exist, folks. We're crazy. We seeing them, but we're crazy, folks. We remember, Kevin Simon used to say, yeah, we know, we're dumb. We're stupid, man. Yeah, man.
problem is
aren't
there's
just
no
banging-
repercussion. There's no repercussion for women.
Literally,
None. Absolutely none.
statistically, you girls are banging Chad. That's who you're
donated
going for.
That's a weird thing to
$69.
say.
It all
It's
comes
true.
back down to having mutual respect for each other, and everything else falls in place.
Well, hold on. We just did this experiment on
We
Bumble.
did.
We had, you said yes to 1, yes to 2. You said 0.
I have a boyfriend. He
Right,
would
but you-
he would be genuinely upset if he saw me see a guy's picture and say yes, and I have respect for my boyfriend.
So you said no to all those. So you didn't see any attractive men there?
I mean,
It's not disrespectful.
no,
to
it's
like
not
engage.
disrespectful. I can be objective and say that I can look at someone else
Okay,
and
you
find
said
them attractive.
0 out of 30.
Yeah, it's just the respect thing. It's not like none of those men were
Okay,
fit my physical
yes,
standard.
I know you're trying to be respectful to your boyfriend, but like the whole point of it was like,
Yeah, he's attractive. You
God,
know,
if you
Okay,
were
I'm
single.
sorry I messed up the experiment.
Okay,
I'm
fine,
trying
then
not to
I'll-
get beat
I'll
when I
even
go home.
exclude you from it. We had 1, 2.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
1.
No, 5.
Oh, hold on.
what the hell is wrong with her, man?
Sorry, I got my numbers mixed up. 5, I think it was 1, and then 3. And then she was the only one who was
Nice.
kind of reasonable
Get that
at
average
10 out of 20. So of the girls who did 1 or 2, so 2 of 20, that would mean
Because she's still naive. That's why. But as long as you start getting that experience of the trauma, quote unquote, that's when she started getting very, very meticulous, and she will want more. She's gonna want more of that entertainment, right? That up and down kind of experience. Remember, because their trauma they need that gasoline.
like 10%. So if okay, and some girls said 1, so that means they find only 5% of the men attractive. And if they said 2, 10% of the men. In order for, if you only find 10% of the men attractive, essentially what you're saying is I'm a 9.
Right.
If
No,
you
no,
if only
exactly.
10%
No,
of,
this
It's
if
just
only
saying that you have
10% of men are attractive, you're basically saying I'm a 9.
No, this
no,
doesn't
no,
correlate
it's-
to real life. This is on a. You're on camera. You're
Yes,
you're
it's
being
not
forced to look.
perfect.
It's not perfect, and
Yes, it's not
I'm,
perfect.
It
but-
doesn't. I'm telling you that real people
You're
that I
telling me.
interact with in real life, and literally no one I know thinks this way. And we're all feminists.
Most
we're all
people meet online.
liberals.
Most people are meeting online. Most people are using dating
Well, that's
apps to
true.
meet.
I've seen
If
my
you
friends
ask most
meet incredibly
if you
meet
ask,
men online.
If you ask most women, most of them say, yeah, like, I only find 10% of the men on dating apps attractive.
I
Ask
have
them
not.
in person.
Which is basically, it correlates very easily with real life. Folks, I used to use a lot of dating app. I was bad at it, man, bad at it. I was better at, cold approach and, face to face. But when it came down to dating app, I was so bad, man. I was so bad. But there was some requirement. You had to be 6 foot, all that stuff. You had to invest a lot to even get, not even a 10%, at least a 0.5% matches. It's a waste of time, guys. Do not do that. Do not do that to yourself.
I have not seen that.
Most
play
women will
out in
say.
real life.
Most women will say.
None
I
of my-
find
none of my
most
friends
men
are banging
unattractive.
I think it's
Women
something
say I find most men unattractive.
Yeah.
I think it's something like 95% of the women like all choose the 1%
Yeah.
of the men.
Well, and
They-
let's
yes, they
let's
pick the
just cut the
hyper-attractive
shit
men.
too, because it's like, are you really gonna sit here and tell me that you guys are messing around with the dudes who are like 5s or 6s? Of course you're not.
Yes.
Well,
right?
here's the-
Not
here's
my
the- here's
should
the other thing.
Not
normalize
my
meeting
current
in
boyfriend.
person. then, rather
Here's
than
the
on
other
apps.
thing, though. So when it comes to relationships, that's when women will settle a little bit.
Post
although-
wall. Yeah.
but-
like once they're 35. Like Vivica
it's
Fox,
because they're
at
expired.
60
No, but
it's
years
because they're
old is
expired.
now ready to settle down with a nice guy at 60.
After
Here's-
you've
Rode
already
the
been
carousel
ran
until
through for your
60.
entire life.
Right.
Bingo. But here's the
Exactly.
difference.
Is that not what you're doing, Brian?
Literally.
What
You're,
am I
you're,
doing?
you're 34, and are you married?
It's different for guys.
He's not
different
running
for
through
guys.
girls.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not.
I
I'm
don't
not-
know that.
And
I
also,
don't know.
men
Allegedly.
don't
Allegedly.
expire as fast as females
Right.
do. You get to 25 and that's it.
It's just different.
That's not. Hold on.
It's,
that's
no,
not-
it's true.
disagree
It's,
on
it's
that.
downhill. It's
no.
downhill.
OF girl is being a pick me. I don't like her. I'm gonna be very honest. She's very pick me. I don't like her. I don't trust her.
after 25.
Well,
and
yes,
I can promise you
there's a
that.
bit of a difference when it comes to peak and whatever, but hold on. So, shit, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. The differential is that, for example, for a woman to consider having a one-night stand, she will bend her rule.
For the alpha.
Like, for example, she will. how do I frame this?
Desert Joe donated $69. Since the dawn of time, men will f anything they can. That means women decide who gets to have sex. Stop personalizing your limited experience. Take accountability for who you let in your vajay.
Yeah, we just talked about how genetic studies reveal that 80% of women who've ever made it to reproductive age have been able to have kids, and only 40%
JDL
of
donated
men have.
$69.
Yeah, thank you, JDL.
Dating app data bears this out. Women swipe right approximately on 2% of men per Tinder and Hinge statistics. Women are very picky on the apps. This is based on hard data released.
There's definitely been a lot of data out there. Just really quick though, when it comes to like more casual sex. So women, if they're otherwise looking for a relationship, they will break their rule if the guy is attractive enough. So, okay, normally I wouldn't do this, but he's really fucking hot. I guess I'll have a one-night stand. Whereas men, it's typically the opposite direction. They're not
I can agree with that.
they're not holding out. I'll only have a one-night stand if she's super fucking hot. No, it's like I'll have a one-night stand when the opportunity
okay enough.
presents
It's
itself.
also like the false sense of like ego too. Like, you know, like women like perceive themselves so highly, so they're like, oh, like I'll do it for this one really attractive guy because he'll definitely date me. Like I can definitely get him to
Lol
date me.
Paladins donated
Paladin.
$100. It's not even about
Yeah,
being
thank you, Lol
hyper-attractive
Paladins.
conventionally. It's about testosterone and drive. Hit the gym, hit the steroids,
well,
be dark triad.
not sure about the
give good
steroids,
deed.
but
That's all
The
women
dark
care.
triad, yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, the dark triad. When they say entertained, you have to hold at least one of the dark triads. Give a good deed. That's all women care about. Yeah, you have to give entertain, but you have to be smart about it. Don't really entertainment. When they're asking for entertain, you have to be you. You have to be the one doing your hobby. You should not be holding your hobby. You have to tell her to clean up. She should be thinking about you as soon as you wake up from the bed. You should be her. She should put you in a pedestal. Because in reality, folks, when we really think about it, when we rule over them, we have a lot of responsibilities. The responsibility to take care of them, to protect them, and take care of the family. Therefore, because you have that responsibility, she should be the one holding you in a pedestal.
Care about.
give good D. Okay, that's all women. Okay, thank you, man. I think here's one big difference. So as guys, if we can sleep with the girl, we can probably get that girl in a relationship. It's not clear to me, as women, just because you can sleep with a guy does not necessarily mean you can get him into a relationship.
But do the reverse.
I
If
agree.
you can get him in a relationship, you can probably sleep with him.
Wait, hold on.
What the hell?
So
was
you
it?
said for men, it's that if they can
That
get
was
a girl in
kinda
a
blondie.
relationship, they can probably sleep with her.
No.
Or
As a guy, if we can sleep with a girl,
we can probably get her in a relationship.
There's a good chance we
Yeah.
can get her in a relationship.
Right. So for a girl, it's if she can get him in a relationship, she can probably sleep with him.
Well,
Well,
yeah, but that's not really.
No,
What
I mean
the
not ever.
hell,
Like I
man?
like.
She's I don't know. There's something. There's a screw missing there. I don't know what's going on with her. She right. Like I don't know. She's not. She don't have it all together, right?
Lots of people
Wait,
don't
if
have
she
sex
can
in
get
relationships.
him into a relationship, but women can sleep with almost any guy. So
Yeah. But no, but not if he's saving himself for marriage.
We have had girls that are 200, 300 pounds sit on that side of the table and tell us about how they did 20 dudes in like.
But I
a
think they're
week or something.
lying.
Well,
They're not.
The men
I think they're lying.
But also, like,
I sort of
Who
agree.
would? I don't know why you would have sex with like a really obese person.
Because all of the like
More
really
cushion.
undesirable
Some people
guys,
have-
gross.
for the
Some
really
have a type.
undesirable
It's
guys,
not
that's all they're
gross.
getting.
Like,
That's all they're
that's-
gonna get.
it's not what?
No, it's not gross. Like calling someone like gross for that. Like everyone has a type. Some people like bigger people. Some people like smaller people. It's
Hey.
not gross. That's like being like, oh, you're skinny. You're all bone. That's gross. Like banging someone's bones. Like what?
I'll have you come in
Moonshiner
after this.
donated $69.
We got two
So
coming
weird.
in.
When I was younger and a rugby player built like a brick SH1 house and woman would throw themselves at me a farm boy scared SH1 idless. Now 47 and earning SH1 clothes but way more picky.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's when you start well, that's when you start getting into that mindset of investment, right? You start getting a lot of experience. You see what really matters. And that's what happened with guys. We mature 45, I say 45, 49. So that's what it is.
Mujano?
Cable donated $69.
Wait, stay for a
Ryan,
bit.
is there a discount for the
We're almost
Crucible
done.
crew
We're
to
almost
mute
done,
the
I
lazy-eyed
promise.
fake Christian in the red shirt?
20 minutes?
If so, name your prize.
You got it. You got it, girl. What's up?
P.S. She's sneaking her phone under the table.
Get this girl an applesauce. Do you want an applesauce?
Mute the lazy eye fake Christian. What the man, these people. If so, name your prize. She's sneaking her phone under the table. Yeah.
Sauce, I'll get
That
you.
caught,
I
that
will
caught.
get you an applesauce.
I
Wait,
Read
is
this
there a
again?
discount for the Crucible crew to mute the lazy-eyed fake Christian in the red shirt? What the fuck?
Lol Paladins donated
I think
$69.
mute a microphone is 500.
I'm sleeping with
FYI.
4 women currently, and 2 of them have actively asked for a relationship with me in the past month.
Did you say no?
It's
to
just
them? I'm assuming you
biology.
did.
Stop complaining about it. We've only returned to animal nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think it is true that women can sleep with men who are more attractive out of their league that they couldn't necessarily get to date them. What I'm saying is I don't see how that fact relieves men of the responsibility in this situation. I mean, I'm not saying women don't have any responsibility to stop doing it, but I think that I don't know why it all falls on women.
Why does it always have to be the men though?
I'm literally they're saying there's no responsibility on men to not.
That's a huge projection right there. She just projected. She literally projected. There's almost zero. The world that we built is almost created for women not to even be responsible and accountable. But you know, this is what happened when you simp. You start giving your own power away, then we end up with this mess. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one.